Hello everyone and welcome back to Gladiabots, where in the last episode we managed to complete the second level of the campaign using our basic AI with a couple of tweaks, but I still feel it's pretty inefficient. It's dangerously inefficient. So I want to make sure that we win all the time, not just if luckily the enemy happen to wander near us. So let's get down to making a new AI for that. But before we do that, I feel that we should really start using sub-AIs, because I'm generally going to want all of my AIs to care about their shield, for example. So let's make a new AI that will handle, fleeing. And what is fleeing? It's running away. So, the Bravely Run Away AI. Or, in fact, the Sir Robin AI. I think that's going to be much better. Perfect. Right. We could go with the simple AI that we've already got, which is, if I'm being... Well, yeah, you know what? Let's set this around the idea that we are actually being attacked. So, if myself is attacked by an enemy, exists, so if I'm under attack, then first and foremost, I need to know the conditions of this. So, let's say if I'm carrying resources, no matter what I'm doing, drop those resources. I'm going to say that's going to be true of pretty much every situation, because almost every vehicle moves faster if it's not carrying a resource. The only exception is the machine gunner. Now, will there be a time when I make a worker who just is going to just soldier on? Possibly. That is definitely a possibility. So let's build in a little bit of a safety here. If the shield is lower than 25%, then at that point, drop your resource, no matter even if you are a resource gatherer. If your shield is dropped to 25%, drop it, because a dead resource gatherer gathers no resources. So at that point, you can get away a little bit faster. Next, I'm going to assume that, generally speaking, we do want to just flee. So if we're using the Sir Robin AI, maybe I'll make a much more brave but sensible AI that will flee under certain circumstances only if it's in a dire situation. But generally speaking, I'm going to say, yeah, just leave the resource behind. However, since it does actually matter, let's pop in a little condition. If we are not a machine gunner class, because that's the only one that really doesn't get a benefit from it, I believe. I'll make sure, yeah. So the machine gunner will drop the resource, or rather, a non-machine gunner will drop the resource. Otherwise, just carry on with the rest of your stuff. However, we are generally going to want to move away from the enemy at this point. So we're being attacked. If our shield is 25% or lower, drop the resource. Otherwise, let's say if our shield, myself, no, we want an enemy. If an enemy exists whose, compare shield to mine, got a higher shield than mine, and a target action attacking me, then bail. Then I want to back out of that situation. Because they've already got the advantage. Action, flee from the enemies. Closest enemy is an enemy that's actually attacking us? No. Target, current action, flee from any enemies that are currently attacking me. I might also want to check that if the shield is higher, then we should bail. But in the case that their shield is lower, if their health is higher, then we should also bail. Well, only if their shield... If they're still shielded and they've got a better health than me, would be the case that we want to check there. So if the enemy has higher health than me... So we've already checked the shield. If they've got a better shield, then we just need to bail because they will eventually win. If the shield isn't higher, so it's the same or lower, then I would want to say that the only time that I should bail if they've got a higher health is if they've got a higher shield. So really, I should just kind of bundle that in there as well. But I want to leave if they've just got a higher shield alone. So whereas with health, they've also got to have the same or a higher shield. Whereas with the shield, if it's just higher than mine, then they're already winning. I can't beat them if they've got a higher shield than me. Potentially. Let's say that these two will only kick in if we are low on shield ourselves. So we'll bring this out and say, if my shield is 50% or lower, then at that point, this becomes a concern for me. I think that's fairly reasonable. So make sure that first you go there, and then pop this in there, pop it there, get you in the middle. That should work, I think. So let's work through it. If I'm being attacked, if my shield is lower than 25% or 25%, and I am not a machine gunner, drop whatever resource I'm carrying. Otherwise, if my shield is between 0 and 50%, if my enemy has a higher shield than me, or, actually I should make that and is attacking, come to think of it. Let me set that up. There we are. Or, we've got an equal shield, but their health is higher, then bail. We should just leave. This one is already checking the higher shield. This one is just going to check higher or equal. It doesn't really matter. Though I suppose if their shield is higher than mine, it's already been taken care of. So I can actually take that one out. There's no reason for redundancy there. Then we just flee from any enemy that is currently attacking me. Though realistically... Yeah, because if one enemy qualifies, but not all enemy qualifies, that means I'm being ganged up on. In either case, I just want to duck out of being attacked. So the Sir Robin script, I think, should work. Let's go ahead and update the super simple AI. Get rid of you. I would like to add in a sub AI, and it'll be Sir Robin. There we go. Nice and easy. Bump, and it goes through, checks for all of these conditions, and then bails. We can check this out quickly, but I don't want to... Ooh, wait. Aha, what's happening here? It is, if my self-attack by an enemy exists, no. So why is that happening then? Cancel. Wait a second. Have you all been set up as Sir Robin? Why? Why would anyone want to be Sir Robin? You're missing the point, AIs. Let's switch you back. Seems that whenever you make an AI, it probably overwrites it. And it assumes that you want to test it on the bot in general, but no, that is not the case. So simple, there we go. Right, let's get in there and do some work. Go. Right. Are you being attacked? Okay. Not doing a bad job, actually. Wow, the Sir Robin AI. Oh, it's because you're only backing out a little bit. Oh my lord. Really? Sir Robin, you made them better fighters? Shenanigans, I call Sir Robin. Shenanigans. Okay, well, I guess that works. I guess in this case, they only back out a little bit. And only until they're no longer the focus of the attack. Well, I guess that was a pretty big win. Huh. It's interesting how that happens sometimes. Okay, well, given that, we're going to go along to level 3 then and just see how the new AI, until such a point that we can build up our little sneaky AI. See, the problem here is that they did abandon. If we hadn't actually found this, really? You're just going to let him go? I guess so. Alright then. You should be able to just all join in there. There we go. Get involved. Never mind. Okay. A new one is being targeted. Now, if you don't get on top of this, it's just going to be a problem for you. That's fine. That's fine. Just back out of any particularly bad situation. We are slowly pulling down their health, but it is a slow fight. And they did manage to steal some resources. I don't like that. Particularly don't like it. Have a watch of it. It's going to be a war of attrition, and we're going to win it because our bots are, generally speaking, being quite cautious about their health. Yeah, very cautious, actually. It's pretty cool. Keep it up. There we go. No. And you keep trying to go back to your original job. If they would just leave, you'd let them leave. This is the thing. These are not being bloodthirsty bots. I approve. I've accidentally made much better. Wasn't intending to make you better at fighting. I was meaning to make you better at fleeing. But yeah, it's funny how that works sometimes. Okay, go ahead, finish it off, and we are going to win. Still, they did get 2, and that's enough for me to worry about. So, we are going to make our super sneaky AI. Yeah, I think that's a good name for an assassin. Right, so super sneaky AI. Let's get in there. First things first, we want the Sir Robin protocol. There we go. Oh, wrong thing. There we are. Sir Robin, please. There we go. Right, you sit over there, Sir Robin. Okay, now, this bot is not going to care about gathering one little bit. This bot exists only to kill. Now, that may be a problem later on, but I'll make a gatherer AI for that later. But first, super sneaky AI. I want to know the primary thing, does an enemy exist that is carrying a resource? If so, then we need to kill it. Now, what I would like you to do is move towards that resource, but avoid anything that is not carrying a resource, basically. Avoid any enemy that is not carrying a resource. So let's set this up. The first, ultimately what I would like to achieve, in fact, I don't know how much room I'm going to need for this, so I'm just going to set you up there. I want you to move towards that enemy. Move toward the enemy. Carrying a resource, the closest one. Or closest to an... No, go for the closest enemy. I could say closest to an enemy base. So prioritize getting to the one that is most likely to succeed. But it might abandon someone that it could have caught and killed before they got to base to chase down someone that had no chance of doing that. So just go for the closest one. That'll work. Otherwise, attack it. But only if the enemy is within short range. If someone does happen to manage to get on top of you, then you're free to engage. At short range from me, then fight it. Otherwise, I want you to be a bit clever in how you approach. So, we've got an enemy who has got a resource. Let's see. We want to move towards... towards an enemy base. Oh. Yeah, we could be really mean about this, couldn't we? That is the closest that... Transaction, enemies, no. Distance from... No, I need to move towards the enemy base that they are moving toward. Yes. An enemy is moving toward. See, this is the problem. I want this to be an enemy that is currently carrying a resource, but I can't guarantee that. Can't guarantee this. If I choose an enemy, then I'll move towards that enemy, the closest one, that is moving to target current action, moving to an enemy base, and is carrying a resource. That would be the best way to do it, then, I suppose. That's a shame, simply because it would be good if I could have. Now, for the moment, if we just assume that an enemy is only ever going to be moving towards a base if it's carrying a resource. I could make a bot that will try to sneak to its destination and be waiting there to kill it. That is absolutely possible. But instead, we're going to go towards the enemy that is currently carrying a resource and moving towards an enemy base. That'll do. That'll work. So that's cool. However, you know what? Maybe we don't need this if an enemy is carrying a resource exists, because otherwise we're just not going to be. Yeah, we'll change this up a little bit. Doesn't need to be carrying a resource. Just move towards the closest enemy. Attack the closest enemy at short range from me. If enemy is carrying a resource exists, that should be there. So we'll move towards an enemy who's carrying a resource first. Yeah, we'll get rid of this. Oh dear, that's not quite what I want to do. There we are. We want it connected just to make this a little bit easier for us. Go. I will move those across a little bit in a moment. But the final thing I want to do is that normally I'm moving towards the closest enemy. I'm attacking any enemy that gets within short range. And I'm moving toward the closest enemy carrying a resource. Now, what I would like to do is, if an enemy exists that is carrying a resource, I want this to be prioritized. I'm gonna set this up so that we will go. If someone is carrying a resource, avoid any other unnecessary conflict. However, if no one is carrying a resource, go ahead, approach the nearest enemy and try to kill him. But in the assumption that there is someone who's got that resource, then I would like you to flee from. Now, the problem is it's going to be a little bit more awkward for me. I want to go around something. Now, how can I do that? How can I do that? Is there a way for me to choose goes to arena borders? Is there a way for me to kind of flee away from, but not directly away? Idle attack. Doesn't look like. Flee from. Okay, well, we'll try. Flee from any enemy that is not carrying a resource. That is within medium or long range of me. Actually, no, just medium. Just avoid dealing with them. Otherwise, follow that. So, that's an interesting one. I guess the way we could set this one up is to break that line. Just bring this one down here. Have you connect and have, just for the sake of making it look nice, that. There we go. That will work. Alternatively, I could probably have this brought over here. Yeah, we can set this up a little bit better. Something like this instead. There we are. It's not the nicest loop, certainly. It did look a little bit better before. But effectively, if someone is carrying a resource exists, just make sure you're fleeing from anyone that isn't carrying a resource. Otherwise, go ahead and attack whoever. But if there is no enemy at medium range from me, because if they come into short range, just attack them. But if there is an enemy at medium range, flee from it. Otherwise, you know, continue along with what we're doing. This may work. That might be all we need. That just looks awful though, doesn't it? It does. It does. It's okay. You don't need to lie. I too think it looks awful. We are not going to have an... Look, go away. There we are. We're not going to have an awful looking AI. I refuse. There we are. It still doesn't look great, but I guess that looks a little bit better. Right, okay, well, let's see if the super sneaky AI will work. Now, I've set it up for a short-range robot, so let's get you. I want you to be a shotgunner. That means you're going to be fast, which is going to be very useful for us. And I want you to be super sneaky AI. Can I change the skin? Cannot yet. Do I have any, like, bits that I can unlock? Because it would make things so much easier if I could watch. But okay, let's just watch this. So super sneaky AI. You're generally just going to approach the nearest enemy at this point. The issue with that is that you're going to need a veil really fast, because the moment you get in close, they're going to start trying to shoot you. Oh yeah, bail out. Oh, that did not work for you at all, did it? Now I'm going to need to make you even more concerned. Let's have a look at the Sir Robin AI. I could make, perhaps... Oh, I could possibly... No. Change this so that if it is a... If it's medium shield and there's an enemy who's got better health... No, I'm going to say that if it is a medium shield and... Or, pop that over there, just get those in place, like so. If we bring this down, if the class is a shotgunner, then it should really just be bailing at this point. But only if it's not already within range. Yeah, I'm going to say, if it's a shotgunner and it's taking damage, just bail. Immediately bail. Flee from any attacking enemies. Attacking me. So there we are. Actually, in that case, if we have that, I can just reuse this. So with this adjustment, the Sir Robin AI will... If we're at medium shield and a shotgunner, just bail, because you're already taking a lot of damage and you're very weak. Otherwise, fight on. I guess it depends. Actually, yeah, it does depend a little bit. I could have the shotgunner... In fact, I could have anyone. If you're attacked by more than one person, then get out of there. Don't engage if you're... Yeah, we could do that. If enemy has a higher shield, if enemy has higher health, or if there's more of them than me, that would make a lot of sense. Except that some things can handle that. Yeah, let's do a little bit of something over here. Let's change up Sir Robin AI a little bit. So connector. If you're a shotgunner, then you're going to leave anyway. But otherwise, enemy attacking me is greater than... There are 2 or more people attacking me currently. Then we should get out. That seems like a reasonable approach to that situation. Yeah, so if the enemy has higher shield and is attacking me, exists, or if they have the same shield but they've got higher health, then they'll win. Let's make that a little bit tidier by bringing this together into a neater collection, because we've effectively got 2 conditions for each one. There we go. And they all break down ultimately into this one thing. So let's run through this again. If my shield is below 25% and I'm a machine gunner, just bail, drop my resource so I can move faster. However, if my shield is below 25% or, is anything below 50% and I'm a shotgunner, bail. Or if I'm being attacked by more than one enemy, bail. Or if the enemy that I am attacking has a higher shield than me, bail, that is attacking me, bail. Or if they have the same shield, actually, we should change this one to if they have the same shield or a lower shield. No, because if they got a lower shield, then we'll probably pull their health down. So yeah, I remember why I did that. So yeah, if they've ultimately got more health than me, then bail. That should work, I think. We'll see how it works. Let's actually see how that changes things. So we'll see the super sneaky AI take point. Go ahead up there. If you were being attacked by more than one person, just bail out immediately. No, you still went down. Damn. Okay. Perhaps I should have the shotgunner under Sir Robin. Let's see. Well, we can move this entire branch over there. This is ultimately the final clause. Run, basically. Let's take that away. I'm going to say if shield is greater than... So if we haven't got a full shield. No, I would say that once you drop... If we're bailing every time we've got 75% shield and a shotgunner is involved, that's a problem anyway. Because if a shotgunner is fighting, it's already probably going to be in close range. So... if we're being attacked... This is a tricky one. Trying to find a particular situation where the shotgunner will survive. If the shotgunner has taken any shield damage, bail seems really far too aggressive. So, what I probably want to do then is keep it in this group in some way. But have a specific clause for if we're being attacked by... Actually... Yeah, okay. Okay, we can do this. Condition, if myself shield is at all damaged, yeah, okay. We'll need a connector. So. I need an AND condition, really. If... No, I can't seem to check my health at this point. So ultimately, I do need a conditional just to check if my shield is at all damaged. Which is a pain to add these many conditionals in. I feel it's really inelegant, but I guess. And I'm being attacked by more than one person. Enemy is attacking me, and there are more than 2 of them. Then go ahead and just flee immediately. However, everyone else go through the regular thingama there of, if it's a shotgunner and it's already dropped below 50%, then you can bail. But if you're being attacked by more than 2, then bail immediately. Otherwise, if anyone is being attacked by more than 2 and they've gone down to 25 or 50%, then bail. I feel that there's a way that I could make this a little bit better. But let's see, maybe I could tweak these around. If the shield is 50 to 75%. No, we'll see how that works anyway. Let's just see how the super sneaky AI works now. Will it bail out in time? Okay, it's bailing now, but it's still taking attacks. Oh, you're gonna eventually die, you know. You are. Yeah, you're gonna get way too close and then be annihilated. Yeah. I feel the shotgunner should keep fleeing until its shield is at least back up to 50%. But that worked really well with these guys. When they're in a group, it works very well. The problem with the shotgun is trying to get closer. If any, that therein is the problem with the Sorobian script, is if the enemy, if anyone is getting closer, then it's going to become a higher target. All right. Well, we've got this set up currently. If we're being attacked by more than one person, our shield is low, then just bail. I think that's a reasonable setup there. Let's just delete all of this for now. Let's not have a class-specific part in the Sorobian AI. Instead, we will have cancel. I want to connect that up there. We're just gonna make the Sorobian AI a bit more, a bit less, cluttered. There we are. Nice and easy. There we go. Okay, so that all works as is, but what should I be doing if I am currently fleeing already? Perhaps I should add in a check for that. If I've already decided that I need to flee, if myself, target current action, fleeing from an enemy, I could check that actually. If my current action is fleeing from an enemy and my shield is not above 75, then just keep going. Could have that in there. And keep fleeing. Or at the very least, flee from any enemy. Flee from enemy that is attacking me. No, because we'll pull back. So with this one, just keep going until there's no enemy within short or medium range. Yeah, I think that's probably the wisest choice. There we go. So keep fleeing until you're not within short or medium range. So you're at long range from an enemy. Over on here, flee from all enemies. That just, if someone starts attacking them, then just keep going. Actually, I should have that a little bit better set up. So flee from attacked enemy. Copy, please, and paste. There we go. It's nice that we've got those. So keep fleeing if you're actively being attacked, but otherwise keep fleeing until you're at short or medium range. Otherwise, you know, if you're at short or medium, just start fleeing from someone. If you're not being attacked and you're not currently fleeing, then that's fine, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should just add this down there. But this one will only kick in if you're being attacked. Ah, yes, of course. Yeah. So these ones will only care if the people that are attacking you have certain qualities. But this one, once you've started fleeing, just keep trying to get away. And stay away from any potential threat. That's reasonable, I suppose. Let's see how that one has affected things. Yep. You should already be going. You shouldn't have been there. Why did you keep charging forward? Ah, of course, because I took out the claws for the shotgun. That's fine. I forgot. So, let's go back to the super sneaky AI. Right now, if enemies carrying a resource, go towards that enemy, but generally try to avoid anyone who isn't carrying a resource. Maybe that should just be the rule of the day. The super sneaky AI should just not approach anything that is targeting it. That's quite reasonable. You know what? If we did that, then we could clean this up considerably. We did something like this, but with a flee from anything that is trying to attack us. If there is flee from any enemy that is currently targeting me, because if it's carrying a resource, it can't target us. So the moment you're actually targeted, back out. Don't be there anymore. Seems reasonable. Okay, let's see how that one works. Yeah, you just keep distracting them, basically. Oh, they took a pot shot. And that is completely distracted them. I mean, this will work for us, but not in the way that I'd hoped it would. I'd kind of hoped that you would be going for the enemies, really, but okay. Right. Let's see. You know what? Let's tweak your behavior a little bit. Instead of approaching, if you've got nothing to do, approach the nearest enemy that's carrying a resource. Otherwise, don't approach an enemy. Approach the nearest enemy base that is the nearest to an enemy. Go and wait for them, basically. That seems perfect. But that'll be overridden if an enemy is carrying a resource to an enemy base. Doesn't matter which base you've approached. I think that'll be a much better idea. So there we are. That's the closest enemy base. So you're now going to move outside of there. Ooh, I like it. You're changing this directions. Ooh, and backing away. I like it. Nice. And one of them is trying to carry a resource now, and you're trying to get in and attack it. Go ahead. Approach it, please. This is exactly what we wanted. We're never going to actually get close to fight, are you? No. Alright. Well, I mean, that didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. It would have been better if you could have gone in there sooner, honestly. But let's have a quick adjustment. Attack the closest enemy at short range from me. Yeah. We will automatically bail from any situation where the enemy has a numbers advantage on us. That's part of the Sir Robin protocol. So we could stack these two up together, like so. In fact, let's bring these down. And then on this side, we'd have an AI that would deal with us approaching the enemy. In fact, so Robin, you can be over there. Let's make this look a little bit better. There we go. So if there is an enemy that is at short range, attack it. Flee from an enemy that's attacking me. So If something's attacking me at medium range or long range, bail out. We don't want to be tangling with that. We're a shotgunner. If we are being attacked by an enemy and our shield is low or it's below half, then flee from the enemy attacking me. And I'm already fleeing, so we don't need to worry about that. If we've got 25% shield left, and we're not a machine gunner, drop any resources we might be carrying. But if we drop below 50% shield and there's 2 enemies attacking me, or any of the enemies have any combination of a better shield or more health and an equal shield, then flee from them. Otherwise, our shotgunner should be able to win a fight. I mean, it'll take damage, which is unfortunate, but it'll eventually try to flee as well. Simply because its shield will drop low enough. Maybe. We'll see, shall we? I mean, my little sniper might not live very long like this, but sure. Let's go. See how this plays out. So once again, going in exactly the same direction, backing out. We don't want to play with you guys. No, not allowed. All right. If they would stop targeting you, this is great. Move in. No. Okay. Move in. No. Still not allowed to move in. No. Leave him alone. There we go. Get in there and attack. There we are. Keep it up. No, you are basically going to try and camp that base. I love it. You've taken a base off them. Now they're all going somewhere else, and now you're trying to get to that base as fast as you can, but it's going to be a bit of a pain. Well, this is a more interesting fight with the behaviours. We've scored. They've scored. They are going to get that one. Unfortunately, our shotgunner is really not great at all. Okay. Maybe I should have you just charge in. Yeah, let's adjust your AI a little bit more. So we're currently fleeing from all enemies who are attacking me. If I've been targeted, I should probably change that to. Maybe I should just leave Sir Robin to take care of it. Sir Robin will take care of it. So, yeah. I mean, this is more to keep me out of any particular trouble. But what I could do, actually, instead of making it anyone who's attacking me and is at long range. Medium or long range. Because at those ranges, I'm not going to fight back. But if they've moved into short range, advance and kill. Just get in there and attack them. This will probably still keep me away from a lot of enemies, but we'll see how it goes. It may not make much of a difference to the AI as it stands. Yeah, still trying to bail out because there's too many opponents trying to engage. There we go. I'm liking that a lot. Go ahead, get in. There we go. Actually attack. Perfect. Keep going. Nope. It's being attacked by too many people. They're all basically taking pot shots. Yeah, it's playing out much the same way as the last one did. Okay. Well, perhaps I should allow you to approach an enemy. No, I don't want you to advance toward an enemy that is gonna cause you issues. Your role was to snipe opponents, but it's not really going that way right now. Still, not really, I guess. Oh, what I could do, actually, is allow you to designate opponents. Yeah, okay. We could designate an opponent and just charge towards that opponent. I guess that wouldn't be a bad idea. Since you would be able to team tag enemies that are carrying resources to be a higher priority target. That being said, the super simple AI could do that as well. Yeah, let's just tweak the super simple AI. That closest enemy at short range or medium range from me, or alternatively, if one of them happens to have a resource, we could tag it. So enemy happens to be carrying a resource. And the closest. That is short or medium range. I'll do. Honestly, so far I don't think the super sneaky AI is really making much of a difference here. But... oh, no, there we are. It has been switched over. Now it's been abandoned and bullshit. Right, you drive them back. There we are. We're in a proper fight now, so hopefully... no, not going to finish them off? Ah, that is why that's happening. Okay. I can see why our combat isn't working. We should be attacking anyone that we've already tried to attack. We should only engage at short range, but we should be willing to finish the job if we've already started. So, attack an enemy at close range, that's fine. Short or medium, if I'm already attacking it. That should fix our problem with being able to take them out. Otherwise, just bail from all enemies at medium or long range that are attacking me, but that I haven't engaged myself. Because if we haven't got the drop on them with the close range fighting, they'll probably win. So let's set this up. There's a new one down here. Otherwise, just flee. Otherwise, let's move that out a little bit. There we are. Otherwise, approach the nearest enemy carrying a resource, or move towards the closest. Move towards the closest to an enemy base enemy. Move towards the closest to an enemy. What? That. Why do you write it like that? Move towards the enemy base that's closest to an enemy. Oh my lord. Okay, well, it's fine. I know what I told you to do. So let's see how this one has done it. I mean, ultimately, we've already run this, so... there we are. That one has been designated. The problem here is if you're in a group and I don't want to have my shotgunner get involved with me. Let's see if you win. You should be able to win. Yes, you did. Now you're moving on to the next location. Now, that bot was messed up. Okay. I like it. Yeah, stay away. Oh, damn it, you're now because I wish there was a way to move around. I wonder if I can make some sort of pathfinding AI using the basic logic we've got here. Okay, you're getting involved. Very nice. That was actually part of your priority there. Excellent. Grab. Okay, well, this is not too bad now. I did manage to get 2, but still. I think maybe allowing you to attack anyone that is designated as a... tagging anyone that is carrying a resource as B might be a reasonable one. And then just have super simple AI also give priority to attacking something that is B within range. Perhaps one slight adjustment here could be only flee from them if they... let's have a look at this. If the enemy has a higher health and shield combo. You know what? Really, is that there? Wow. Wow. Actually, also if they've got the same shield and health. If they're weaker, move in. But if that's there, then I really should be able to change this with Robin AI to manage that. The higher shield, if enemy has higher shield, enemy higher health and same shield. Yeah, I could just have this be a higher shield and health combo. Perhaps that might be a. We'll see. Let's change it and see if that works. So, higher shield and health combo. Yeah. And hopefully that'll work. Okay, the final time. And then we're going to wrap this episode up. See how you do. Then if you can. Charge straight forward. You're backing out because you're being attacked possibly. Oh no. You decided no, it was fine. That the enemies no longer have the health advantage over you. Oh, I like it. Okay. Good enough. Got in there. Being much more aggressive now. I like it. I like the new you. We've got a priority target now, so try and get over there, please. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. If they can't damage you, then go for it. That's right. And engage. Oh, I like it. That is so much better. Yeah, sure. Get involved if you want to. No. Okay, you're heading back. You should be able to engage. Sure. And you're basically going to camp their base. I like that idle behavior. That's perfect. Exactly what I want to see from you. Continue. Oh, right. That's not, though. I mean, we won by victory points there, which is an interesting combination, really, when you think about it. Perhaps we could just have you go straight in and attack, honestly. If there is no move to the closest to an enemy base enemy, maybe we should move to the closest enemy. If there is an enemy within medium range, move to it. If there's no one carrying something. Otherwise, go to a base and idle. I think that would be a better option. Move towards enemy closest that has that is within medium range. Because if you're already within close range, you're already fighting it, so that'd be fine. Yeah. Actually, no. You're more of a you'll prey on the weak. So the weakest health and shield. Move towards that one. Don't move towards the closest. Move towards the weakest. I approve. That one should be the closest because time is more important. Okay, that's it, I think. But we're gonna try it one more time. Iteration is important. Get in there. Come on, I want to see you do some damage. That's okay. You can stay back if they're gonna win that fight. Right now they've been wounded. They're no longer capable of winning the fight. Okay, now they're a little bit better. Nope. You're doing exactly what I told you to do. Oh, that's fantastic. Excellent work. You haven't even taken any health damage yet. And you're not going to back down from them. Oh, you'll back down from that one. That one's going to basically be able to shield you. What I really need is for you to approach the base that it's going to. Is what I need. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too dangerous over there for you. Okay. That's right. Okay, stay back then if you really want to. They are scary, I understand this, and you are weak. Get in. No, keep bailing back. That's fine. We're going to win by points because they're too worried about our units chasing them down. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, now that is super, super dangerous. Oh no! Oh no! The last moment! Alas. Okay, well, there's still a bit of work to be done, but I think we're done with this level 2. I think in the next level, we're going to go ahead and refine the super sneaky AI a little bit more, but that'll be for the next episode. Let's actually quick have a look. Chapter 1, level 4. Can I see the AIs? No, I can't. That would be too sneaky. But that's as far as I've gone, actually. Those 3 levels are the only ones that I've done in my pre-recordings while I was just checking out whether the game was for me, and yes, it most definitely is, as evidence, but the length of this video. In the next level, we will be refining the super sneaky AI, and maybe even we will be adding a sniper. Possibly, I don't know yet, but that'll be for next time. So until then, and as always, do take care.